Hello, Jack Olmsted, Port Townsend Pickleball and student of the game. Welcome to another edition of the video analysis. Today, we are going to go through a game that I played in Port Townsend at the Mountain View Gym. This is me over here on the far side. I'm playing with Mary. This is Doug, and off camera is Lynn. And Doug and I and Mary are tennis players, former tennis players. And I don't know about Lynn. I don't know if she played tennis or not. So without further ado, let's get right down to it. Let me turn off the sound. So this is Doug serving. Notice how Doug serves off his front foot, not his back leg. I find that a little awkward. There is another guy that posts videos on YouTube. He goes by the name of Coach David, and he does the same thing. He hits off his front foot, and I just don't see where you get much power from this footwork. See? His right foot. And it's deep. It's deep. Look at Mary. She's going way back. She goes so far back that she hits it out. Here's Lynn over here. And I also hit it out. He hits it pretty deep. And I remember, thinking when it was coming, I'm just going to hit it over there. And I just kind of nonchalantly hit it without any power or anything, and it went out. So you got to really focus your attention on the shot and not just be so lackadaisical that I'm just going to hit it over the net. You got to hit with a purpose, and you got to, get your strokes consistent. It's all about consistency here. Okay, I don't know what we're talking about, but let's get this party going. Okay, we're going to see Doug again. Notice how he hits off his right leg. And Mary gets it back. And nice third shot from Doug. We're playing with a pure 2 ball, so they bounce a little high on the wooden floor. Look at that, right there into the kitchen. And Mary is hitting it over to Lynn's backhand. And Lynn, if you take a look at Lynn's stroke here, not much bending of the knees right here from Mary. She's just kind of, hitting it. It doesn't have a follow through either. If we take a look at her stroke. Oh, that's going forward. Let's go backward. Come on. She doesn't really take her paddle back too far. Yeah, she's not taking her paddle back at all. And it's not back very far, and she's not snapping it. She's just kind of, she caught under the ball, and look at, she's watching the ball. Again, this is off her back leg, off her right leg. Her left arm isn't really giving her much balance. And there's no follow through. It's just kind of just a slight punch. And this is a nice little drop over to Lynn's backhand. And look how, whoops, I went too far. Let me slow it down too. And Lynn is really not bending her knees, but she is sideways to the ball. Her left arm is just kind of dangling. It's not giving her any kind of balance. And so it's all pretty much focused on her right arm. And does she have, whoops, I'm sorry. We're going to be watching this a lot. Okay, here, nope, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Here it comes. She does a side step. She's not really bending her knees much, and she's just pushing out at the ball back to Mary, and that's a pretty high ball. Oops, I'm hitting the wrong keys. Okay, let's get this. Okay, here it goes. Okay, sorry about that. If you don't do this on a regular basis, you forget. So it's going back to Mary, going over to Lynn on her backhand. She takes a little side step, hits it back to Mary. Mary slaps it down at her, punches it right to where Lynn's paddle is, over to Doug. Doug's able to get it. Mary hits it back to Lynn. They're in a shootout here. Nice little dinking action back to Mary, and Mary wants to hit it down the middle. And that was up. Mary's hitting it up. If that might have been out. And Doug, what is he doing? He's kind of, that's all basically wrist, and it looks like he was a little off balance too. Into the net. It's a nice rally. Okay, here's Mary's serve. I think Mary's got a really nice, clean serve. What is she talking about? Okay, let's take a look at Mary's serve. Her foot, her right foot, no, her left foot, this is her left foot, is 12%, at 12 o'clock. She's like straight on the money. 12 o'clock. That's her foot position. She's rotating her hips. She bending her knees here. Oh, I went forward. I'm sorry. Let's go backwards. Okay, here we go. This little bend, and then she just punches it up. Nice deep serve. If anywhere close to this line right here is deep, and so she got a nice deep serve, and Doug is right up against the wall here, so he doesn't have much room. I think we have maybe a foot between the back court and the wall. So he's up against the wall, hits it to his backhand, and you notice how he waits for the ball. He hits the ball, and then he starts to move in to the non-volley zone. As soon as Mary hits the ball, and look at how Mary gets down. She bends down. You know, her paddle is back. She's bending down, look how low she is when she hits the ball. Doug is hitting a split step. He's not at the non-volley zone yet, but this is going over to Lynn. And it's going into the net. So I think Doug was probably going to take a step, and he would have gotten to the non-volley zone. Okay, so here I am over here. If you take a look at my serve, and I've got lots of video on my serve. I'm not going to dwell on this, but this is a pendulum serve, paddle back, and look at my feet. I'm doing a step. I'm at 3 o'clock. There's 3 o'clock. That's parallel to the baseline. Knees bent. And I just bring my arm around. Bring it around. I bend at the elbow. This arm, my left arm should be up. I should be more balanced. I keep telling myself that I need to do that when I watch these videos, but when I go out and play, I still have the same habit. So I think I need to drill more on the serve so that my left arm isn't just kind of dangling there. And then I end up putting my paddle in my left arm. And now it's coming back to Mary. Nice deep return. Now I'm walking up to the non-volley zone. Mary hits the lob. And I think that lob was a winner. Okay, here, whoops, let's take a look. Here's my serve again. It's a step. And I am standing probably 2 feet, maybe 3 feet in back of the baseline. I'm giving myself lots of room to maneuver. And I start at the center line and I step into the court. So I end up in the middle of the court. And I'm putting a little side spin on it into Doug's forehand. Well, that he ran around his backhand right here. And Doug hits it back to me. Nice deep return. And I am hitting it down the middle to Doug. And Mary is again going to go with the lob over Lynn's head. And that looks like another winner. Here's the serve. And you notice that I'm tossing the ball right here. I'm tossing the ball up, down, and that is a pretty good serve. It's not a deep serve, but it's pretty good, and it's got some pace to it too. Here it comes, the return, and here's my return, and my left arm should be up pointing to the ball, and my left arm should be moving. Again, that's something I have to work on. And I do a line drive right to Lynn, and she just throws her paddle on it, hits it over to Mary, to Doug, to me. I hit it back to Doug down the middle, and that's coming to me pretty fast, and I just make a stab at it because I could. If I didn't, Mary was right behind me, but Mary is not up at the non-volley zone. I mean, at this point when I'm moving, as soon as she hits that ball, she just stands still. I'm moving, and she just stands still. Now it comes over to me, and at this point, I think she should be moving up to the non-volley zone, but she's back there watching me hit the ball. Then it comes back to me. I guess, and I thought I was going to have it. It was a good shot on Doug's part. Anyway, Doug's ready to serve, and here it goes. Again, off that right leg, and nice deep serve. And look at Mary's return. She's getting back, and she's hitting it off her right leg. Look at that. Her left leg goes up. So she has all the power is in her arm, not her weight isn't moving forward, it's moving up. And she hits it nice, pretty deep, nice and deep back to Lynn. And Lynn, I don't know if that was supposed to be a third shot, but that is not a very good third shot if it was trying to be there. And Mary takes it, and just look at the position of her paddle. She's down. She's watching the ball. You can see her watch the ball. But she just kind of nonchalantly, look at the follow through of the paddle. I don't know. Was that a corkscrew kind of thing? I don't know. I don't know what kind of motion that is, but it's not a crisp, clean motion. That should have been a punch. Was she bending her legs when she hit that? Yeah, she was bending her legs. Look at her. She's down, waiting for the ball, and she just kind of nonchalantly tries to do this corkscrew type of hit, punch. I don't know what you want to call it. Here's Doug. Here's my return to serve. I'm getting back. I'm waiting for the ball. My paddle is back before the ball hits the floor. I try to do that. And I am also on my back leg, though I got a little bit of hip motion coming, so I got a little bit of weight in there. I need to be ready sooner. I'm up at the non-volley zone on the third shot. I get it on the fly, and I just angle it over to the sideline. That was just what is that? Placement. I just placed the ball kind of behind Lynn. But the ball that was hit to me didn't come with any pace, so I was able to have a lot of time to figure out where it was going to go. Okay, so here is Lynn's serve. This is a classic bowling serve. And middle of the court, Mary is back, and look at her weight. Now, when she gets a ball middle of the court, she's got it all going forward. Look at this. Her follow through over her head, over her arm. Her weight is moving forward, and this is coming with some pace, and it is fairly deep. And here she is again. Oh, I don't have a problem with that. She got under it, and I don't know if she's keeping if that's an issue with her wrist. Her wrist looks like it's pretty stationary. It's not moving. I don't know why she's hitting them into the net like that with her backhand. If you see something in here, let me know in the comments below. Okay, this is my return to serve. It's coming back. My paddle is back. Hits the ground. Bam! Over to Doug's backhand. It's got some pace to it. And I am up. I am up to the non-volley zone. I just have to bend a little bit. Hits it to Lynn as she is approaching, but she's moving and she's hitting at the same time. Recipe for disaster. And that's going into the net. Okay, here's Mary. Okay, she's getting low now. Look at her forward motion, but again, look at that straight line she's got going. Her paddle, her feet, everything straight line. I guess she's getting some spin on it. I think that's just a classic pose. She could be on a statue. Or she could be a statue. Nice deep. It's pretty deep. Ball. Doug has to hit it up. Comes over to me. I'm back. Waiting for the ball. And look at my weight. I did not move my feet. Did I move my feet? Hardly. I just stepped back. And up on my back foot. You know. And I'm hitting it right down the middle. Right down the middle. And Lynn takes it. But Doug is right there. Again, it's right back to me. I'm hitting it to Lynn with some pace, and she hits it right down to my feet. I'm moving up. And Mary is still back at the baseline. She is not moving up at all. And I'm in no man's land. Hits it down to my feet. Why am I hitting it? Why am I hitting it to Lynn? You know, I just hit it down the middle, and she hits it back to me. I mean, I would think the play would be, since Doug is covering the middle and it seems all the attention is over here, is just, you know, I could just dink it right over here to Doug, or I can try to hit it over on this side. Or, well, it's coming back pretty fast, so I don't have the skill level yet developed, so I could just dink it over to Lynn's backhand in the non-volley zone. But that's how that point played out. Okay. Here's my serve. And that's middle of the court. Not a great serve. That's coming back to Mary, middle of the court. And she's not really getting her paddle back. When's she getting paddle back? Paddle back now. And again, didn't really move, not really moving her feet. You know, she stands there watching it. Then she just kind of shuffles her feet. And she's able to spring. You know, watch her legs. They get bent. She's getting into like a spring, and then she springs. She's putting some pace behind it, right to Lynn. Boom. Lynn is moving forward and hitting. Again, she's moving and hitting at the same time. She's moving, still moving. She stops, almost falls into the non-volley zone. And Mary just pops it up. I don't know what the intention is here. Is she trying to go for another lob? And she just doesn't get it. It's just this little rinky dink right into Doug's backhand. And that was a give me. And Doug knows it. It was just right in his wheelhouse, and he hits it into the net. That's an unforced error. That's what you don't like about this game, is unforced errors. Okay, so here is, again, my serve. It's got a little spin, and it is going deep and to the center line, which gets, and it's going low. Look how Doug has to bend down to get the ball. Almost short hops it. and hits it over to Mary. Hits it in the center of the court, isn't he? Yeah, he hits it into the center of the court, so Mary's able to get it. I'm moving up. I'm not running. I'm just moving up a little bit, and that goes into the net. How's it going in the net? She's on her back leg. Did she move her feet? Again, she just moved back a little bit. Looks like the ball is behind her too. I mean, this is, she should be hitting the ball out in front of her, but she's hitting it behind her, and she's trying to lift. I don't know. Is that a third shot or something? Yeah, I think that's what she's trying to do. She's trying to do a third shot, and it goes into the. I can live with that. Here's Doug's serve. He's a dropper. Look how he drops the ball here. Drop. Step up into my backhand. Nice deep serve. Here's my backhand, kind of middle of the court. And into the net. Here's Lynn's serve. Oops, here we go. And Mary's ready for it. This is middle of the court. Yep, doesn't have much pace to it. So Mary's able to tee off on it right to Doug's backhand. Look how far back it's coming. Here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. Boom, boom, right here. Probably a foot from the baseline. So, Doug's up against the wall here. So he just has to short hop it and into the net. Okay, here's my serve. It's low. It's got some pace. Middle of the court, not good. Right. Boom, look at that. Right here. You don't want it between these two green lines. You want it between the red line and the green line, or you want it back here. Right in here is good. So that's pretty short serve. Doug has all the time in the world. And look how he bends down. He's got beautiful strokes. He bends down, and look at his left arm. It's back. Look at the balance he's got. His weight is moving forward. Yeah, he could be on a pedestal. He could be a statue. And now he's moving forward, moving forward, moving forward, moving forward. Mary's going to hit it right to Doug. Doug is up at the line. He pushes it back to Mary, and Mary is going to hit a lob. Doug hits it back to Mary's backhand, keeping her back. And I am kind of no man's land. Why am I not up at the line? I stopped right in no man's land. I should be up at the line. And then Mary just hits a pretty good ball, and Doug was off balance. If he let it bounce, he didn't want to let it bounce. He probably would have been able to get that ball. Just slow it down. I mean, that's the heat of the battle. You want to be aggressive, but you got to take some deep breaths and slow the pace of the ball down, or slow the rally down, not the pace of the ball. Well, that is the pace of the ball. Got to slow it down. And as you can see, there's not much dinking going on in this game. And the rallies probably 4 or 5 times across the net, and that's it. So it's a bunch of ex-tennis players playing tennis, playing tennis on a pickleball court. This nice deep serve, look at that, right almost to that red line. And Lynn is just hitting it up and hitting it out. Step. Boom. Clear that green line, so that's okay. A moderate serve, I would say, not great. And Doug gets to Doug forehand. He hits it over the net to Mary, gets it deep. Mary's backing up, and Mary's going to lob it. Oh, it was out. Doug hit it out of the court. Okay, here it comes. Where's my ball? Very close to that red line, probably 2 feet from the red line. And, it has some pace, and so Lynn is just, putting a real soft ball over the net. It's a very soft ball over the net. Here she is running, and Mary is just going to hit a soft ball to Lynn's backhand, which she can easily get. And that's good. Yeah, she didn't have to do much work on that. Just stepped right over to the ball, and thank you very much. Good shot. Here's Mary's serve. She's hitting a high loopy lobby serve. Pretty deep, but it has no pace to it. That's the middle of the court. And now she's teeing off on it to Lynn. Lynn's batting it back to me. And I just totally misjudged it. And I was thinking afterwards, all I had to do was let it drop, or I had to wait for it to come to me. I just mistimed the ball. It's like, huh? What happened? I don't do that, but I do. That's why we watch the video here. Okay, so this is, look how Mary gets low. She's getting low. Bam. And this is nice deep return. We were both up at the line. Now this is successful. Look at, she has her paddle is flat. It's under the ball. She's balanced with her left arm. See that? She's not trying to do a corkscrew kind of a thing, and she's coming up, 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 up. Nice rotation. Nice rotation with the shoulder. But, it's right in the middle of the court. Doug makes a lunge at it. Mary hits it down the middle. Doug gets it to her, and Mary's pops it up. Look at, she's under the ball. She pops it up over Doug's head. It's coming down on the court. Doug makes an attempt, and that's going out. Middle of the court, I'm back, and bam, I get to push it back. And where's it fall? In that red box. You know, here it comes. Whoops. This is my return again. Here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. Bam! And so Lynn really had no time. She didn't have any space. And she just, you know, did the best she could. Here's Mary's serve. Another lobby serve. Very close to the line. Ooh! Into Doug's backhand. It's like, ooh. That's a backhand that you don't see very often from Doug. This is a more normal serve, but it just clears this green line here. Yeah, it bounces on the line, it looks like. Comes back to Mary's backhand. She moving her feet. She just slides a little bit. Gets her paddle back. Like she's just winding up here. Look at her. Her left hand is still on her paddle, still on her paddle, still on her paddle. She gets down, and now she releases that left hand. Boom. That's, you know, look at how balanced she is. Boom. But I see a lot of elbow in here. Look at, she gets her elbow back. Oops, that's going forward. See right here, she's whipping it. She's whipping her. She's whipping it right here, and I think that can cause some elbow issues. See right here. Whip. And she had some pace on it. Lynn couldn't handle the pace. Okay, Mary serve. Up, 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 up. Good serve. Decent serve. To Doug's forehand. And again, look at Mary. She's stepping back, stepping back. This is going to be an attempt of a third shot drop. Good third shot drop. And look at Lynn has got to let it drop, and she's moving back, 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 kind of out of position. She hits it right down the middle. And I guess in a perfect world, I should have had that. I should have been covering this middle. When it is right there, I should be right here. But if I am, Lynn can just move it over into this corner. But you know, I think I have the wheels where I could get it. So I really need to be in the center of the court here. If I was, I would have had that ball. That ball was in back of Mary. But again, if we take a look at our court position, Mary's back, and I'm starting to move up. I'm moving up. I'm moving up. I'm moving up. I'm moving up. You know, Mary is still back, and I'm up. If I stayed back, I would have had that ball because it was my forehand. So I think that is a case of us being not in a line, not working together I'm moving up. Mary's staying back. So if Mary's staying back, I should stay back as a team. We're trying to figure out whose serve it is, I think. Here's my serve. And that was a great serve. To her backhand, and she just pops it up. And it comes to me, and I'm just going to hammer it. She's at the line. Lynn is able to get it back to Mary. Look how low Mary gets. She gets down low. Look at that. Look at that. Her knee is on the ground. She's on the ground. To Lynn. To me. Down the middle. To Doug. Look how Doug stoops down. He bends down to get the ball. This is coming back to Mary. Mary. The question is, Mary's just anticipating. It's just a plastic ball that you hit it, it can go really far. And that's what happened. Tried to lob. This is Doug. This is a loopy serve or a lob serve. Lob serve. Forces Mary back. Mary hits it over to Lynn, over to her backhand, and that's nice and deep. And look at these guys are not coming to the line. Doug did not move. When he hits the serve, he has to wait, anticipating that it could be hit to him. But as soon as it hits to Lynn, he stops and waits and watches. And now they're both back at the baseline. And Lynn hit, and she's trying to come up, and now she's in no man's land. She hit it to me. I come in with my forehand. Wham! Stay back there, Lynn. And she pops it up to my backhand, and I hit it with some pace, trying to get it down to her feet. She hits it into the net. Okay. This is a nice deep return. Nice deep serve. This is my return down the middle over to Lynn into her forehand. She hits it over to Mary. Mary's standing at the line. She just puts her paddle up and punches it over to Doug. And Doug hits it to me. And so I hit it back to Doug, and I'm keeping him back. It's like, I don't understand why he's hitting it to me. I guess he's trying a third shot. And I'm able to take it off the fly, and I just force him back. Here's Mary's serve. Nice deep look at that. See this? Right there on that red line. It's nice and deep, and it's got some pace to it. And Doug hits a short ball. It just clears the non-volley zone, and see how close it was to the net. And Mary is not right up, and here I am, just walking up. But we are together. We are together right here. She hits it over to me. I hit it in the middle. In the middle. They both try for it, and Lynn just makes kind of a last-minute stab. You can see her paddle is down. It comes up, and then she just she kind of flicks her wrist, and it goes into the net. Not rocket science. Just hit in the middle. Okay, nice serve. Cleared that green line. It's coming back, middle of the court. This is a kind of a third shot. It is beyond the non-volley zone. This is a net clipper, and Mary is trying to lob it. Doug gets it. Okay, Mary is non-volley zone. I mean, she's in no man's land. She hasn't gotten up to the non-volley zone. I'm at the non-volley zone. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm still in no man's land. I'm not up to the line yet. Look at that, I stepped back a foot. This is coming up. I'm moving in. I'm getting close. I'm in the middle. Look at, I'm middle of the court. I'm able to get that ball back, but Mary is staying back. Oh, here she comes. She comes in with 2 feet, and I move over. Yeah, I thought I had a hole. I thought there was a hole there, but Doug filled it and hit a winner. Good for him. I don't know what we're talking about. Still talking. Look how low Mary gets. And where's this going? Right to Lynn. Little net clipper. Again, down the middle. And that was probably going out. And I think what happened was Doug had his paddle up and he tried to take it down. And he got caught with his paddle up. And the ball hit his paddle. Good serve. Coming back to Mary. And this is a third shot. Into the net. Here's Doug's serve. Into my backhand. It's nice and deep. Look at that. Towards the baseline. And I'm just, on my back foot, threw some spin on it, middle of the court to Doug, and he hits it to my forehand. I'm hitting it over to Lynn with some pace. She hits it to me, and I felt that was it. Look at that. My legs are, I'm standing straight up. Did I roll my wrist? Yeah, basically. Yeah, I'm just standing there going, what? What? That never happens to me. Yes, it does. It happens. That's why we watch these. That's why I watch these videos. So when I get in that situation again, I don't do that. Look at how Lynn whips her paddle back, and then she whips it. What kind of follow through does she have? It doesn't go over her shoulder. She's out in front. Mary's doing this turnaround. Boom. Okay. Twirl. Comes back to Mary. And she's hitting it out. Okay. Doug serve to me. Back. Boom. Over to Lynn. Lynn hits it to me. And I have all the time with it. I hit that out. I think I did. Nice served Mary's backhand. Is she moving her feet? She just moved her body a little bit. Didn't move her feet. And it looks like she's flicking her wrist on this to hit it down the line. That looked out, but Lynn called it good. And that was a nice, look at it. It just gets right over the net to me. I hit it to Doug. Doug hits it to Mary. Mary pops it up to Lynn. Lynn pops it over to Mary. Mary gets it down to Lynn. Look at this. We're all just about at the non-volley zone. Now this is the first dink session. And they're going over the net. We're going to have a cross-court dink. And Lynn hits it into the net. This is the highest point of the net right here. Lowest point is right there. Cross-court dink session. They just wanted to play a low percentage game hitting over the highest point of the net, which you can do, I guess. That is a nice deep return. Look, I'm hitting it off my left leg. It's back. That's just a hit up and get up and hit me ball. Oh, looks like that was out. That serve was out. Okay. And here it comes. Here it comes. Nice. Look at that. Okay, look at this ball. It is right there, right behind the red line. And that has some pace to it. Lynn hits it in the middle of the court, very deep. Mary's hitting a lob. This is the third shot. Sure, third shot lob. Yeah, look at that. Doug gets some air under him, and he's able to place it right down the line. Yep, that's good. Okay, here's Mary's serve. Look at her foot. It's no longer pointing forward. That's more of a 2 o'clock, not 12 o'clock. That's 2 o'clock. So she moved the position of her foot from when she started playing the game. And that comes right back to Mary, middle of the court. This is another lob, attempt of a lob. Lynn gets it. And I just push it down to Doug's feet. Doug gets it over to Mary. Mary gets it back, and look at Mary get to the ground to get this nice and low. And Lynn hits it out. She can't believe it. Oh, I can't believe it. She had, I guess that's what she can't believe. That was the end of the game. All right. Well, thanks a lot for watching. Again, I'm Jack Olmsted. I'm with the Port Townsend Pickleball Group. I'm a student of the game. And check out our Facebook page over here. There's a link in the show notes below. And I just want to leave you with this image right here. This is a paddle that we're going to get from China to review as a group. And that review will be on the YouTube channel that you're at right now, and also over on the Port Townsend Pickleball Facebook page. AutoSan, they have a Amazon page, sells for $39.89, free shipping, free one-day shipping, I guess, if you have Prime. And we are going to put it through its paces and tell you what we think of it, good, bad, or the ugly. So again, thanks a lot. I can get right back here. There. Thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you next time.